My name's CHANA WOLD. I'm here in Boca, Florida with the lovely Adi Kovacs. We want to welcome you to our first episode of Spiritual Girl in a Material World. We thought it was appropriate to introduce you to someone who is in the material world and struggles to be spiritual and be the spiritual woman she is. Today is her birthday, so we're going to welcome her to the show by saying happy birthday.
Thank you. Toda.
So why don't you introduce yourself to our audience?
Well, I'd like to thank you for wanting to interview me. And I'm very happy to be here with you today. My maiden name was Fickenwirth, just so that everyone knows. Nathalia Fickenwirth, and I'm the owner of a company called Milk Honey Advice. And it started as a healer more than anything. My company was not supposed to be a company, but it grew into it because people got interested in what I did, and I wanted to help people because I had gone through some bad things in my life, struggles. I was sexually harassed, not raped, Baruch Hashem, but I was thought that something bad had happened to me.
Is there really a difference? Okay.
Yeah, but no, but at least I was not. It was just the trauma, and Milk Honey Advice pulled me out of it.
Wow.
And I changed a lot of people in this world because of it, and it's changed me as well as a human being. It made me see things, be more grateful for the life that I have, and I believe everything has a purpose. And if I had not gone through that horrible experience, I would have not had Milk Honey Advice, and I would not be speaking to you because, you know, things happen for a reason, obviously.
So tell us, what is Milk Honey Advice?
Milk Honey Advice used to be an advice service where I would put health things, cooking tutorials on YouTube. Then it grew into interviews. So I'm an independent reporter for about now 4 years about. It'll be 4 years on July 30th. And I am as a reporter, I have interviewed senators, I have interviewed business owners, people that's from the top to the bottom, everyone from anything, even organizations. I've helped people at Genesis House, I've helped cancer, donated to cancer associations, to, you know, the Chabad Association, IDF. I've done all that stuff through Milk Honey Advice because I find that when you give, blessings come. But Milk Honey Advice is claim also I used to do catering through Milk Honey Advice. Right now, not so much. But I am basically just an independent reporter. Just what you're doing, exactly.
Well, I'm sure it's nice to be on the other side of reporting.
It's different.
So what sets you apart from the zillion of other reporters out there?
What sets me apart? That I want to find the human in people. I don't want people to be just a business. I want people to be like you are sitting with me. This is a conversation. This is something more special. We're not here saying, okay, let's do a commercial and let's sell a car. What we're doing is we're talking about who we are, and people are relating to our story. I'd start my interviews saying to them, tell me about your childhood. Tell me about who you are before you became a senator, before you became the congressman, before you decided to be a plumber, own your own company. I want to know you. That's the difference. I care about people. I want people to be, what's the word I'm looking for? I want people to know that in this world, it's not all about the money, and it's not all about the company. If you know a person for who they are, who they represent, then, my mother has a saying, tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are.
Wow.
And that is what I want.
That's a good tip for dating, girls. Right? Keep in mind who the friends are, and not just what the guy does, but
keep your friends close,
what they're like.
And the most interesting thing is, as you know, I got married on June 18th to my husband.
That's 3 weeks ago, ladies. So she's a new kala.
Yeah,
I feel like
I can show
should
my ring.
sing for her.
Oh my God, there you go. But at the end, when I met him, I thought he was different. He called me Audi, not Adi. So that was funny. That sounds some humor. I liked him because he was calling me all the time, and you know how when you call you don't text, big difference.
Yeah.
And yeah, my husband is blind, but I believe that he will see again. Wow. I believe it with all my heart because I believe a man who can choose a woman like me Has to, you know. He
Yeah.
has to be because why would God? And it's not being full of myself.
Just a
But
little.
if in this world, I feel that I've gone through a lot of challenges, and I've seen the demons that are out there, and at the end of the day, it built me. And I would have never met my husband if I had not gone through those challenges. And even though he can't see, he has a good sense of humor. His temper, but mine isn't that great either. So that's just, you know, I told him, if I was a man, I would have been you. So there we go. We're good. A good match.
So let's talk about spiritual tools that have gotten you through your hardest challenges. Obviously, you're religious, Orthodox
Jew.
Jew.
Are you sure not Greek Orthodox?
What else can you tell us has gotten through your hard times and maybe can empower our audience?
Well, as a woman, it's not an easy world to be a woman in a man's world, let's be honest. Even though we've made it farther than we were before, it's still a very closed environment. You go as business owner, you have to fight quadruple than a man. A man goes into the room, boom, boom, high five. Girl goes in, and you have to be outgoing to grab hold. What has helped me? Meditation. I do meditation, not lately, but that's what I used to do the most.
Once she got married, she said no more meditation.
For a little
You
bit.
meditate in the bedroom.
She said screw it.
No, but I will be going back to it. But I used to meditate for 45 minutes to 2 hours.
Wow.
It's deep concentration because I always try. You, as a Jew, you must know that one of the worst sins is in Judaism is anger. It's giving God your back, and so I learned to try to tame it. Lately, not so much, but at the end of the day, it's because there's issues there with my mother-in-law who's a little, not gonna talk wrong about her, just saying, So, but
I'm sure God understands.
God knows why He put the mother-in-law that I have. But the key to it has been the meditation. That's very, very healing if you have the patience. But there's a key to meditation that most people don't know, and that I will share with your viewers. When you meditate, you sit down, right? You do and you're controlling all your emotions. Meditation, real meditation, is when you're in front of a crowd. When you're at the grocery store, someone cuts in front of you. When someone's honking at you and screaming. And that real meditation is when you breathe 5 times and you let it go. Meditation is walking meditation, I call it.
Yeah.
And if you can do walking meditation, life will open up.
Just wait till you have kids. You'll be walking meditating your whole time.
Oh my goodness, I have siblings, and I've had to grow up knowing that I'm always there for them the best way I can. If I can do anything for them, I will. That's the type of person I am.
It's beautiful. So thank you so much for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you want to share with our audience that maybe they don't know about you, or they don't know about something you want to share?
Well, I mean, I'll just say that I have great parents who have always been there for me. I have Hashem, God, always with me. A good husband, or at least I think so. Many
The number one wife.
good things in life. I do visit Milk Honey Advice because I am looking to interview others. I've never been interviewed, so this is new, but I am interested in. If you go there, you would see the type of interviews I have performed. I have a YouTube channel. I'm on all social media, and I'm connected to many other news organizations. So, there is an ability for me to have a client and then help them and everything. So, milkhoneyadvice.com. Or you can even reach out to me. I'll give my number out.
Yeah, we'll have her information on the bottom of the screen. I just want to conclude by saying that, Adi, you represent something very unique in the secular world, which is that you see without physical eyes, you see with emunah and believing. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what your life represents with your husband, is that you sense a good man, you sense a good opportunity, and that really is a spiritual girl living in a material world.
I want to add one thing from the rabbi.
Okay.
From the, he
the Lubavitcher Rebbe?
Yes.
Okay.
He said something beautiful once. He said, in life, if you do good, good comes to you. And I believe that with all my heart. That rabbi is what I live for, because he did not only help the Jews, he helped the non-Jews. Because remember, we Jews are chosen to be a light. And what does a light mean? It means that we have to extend the hand to everyone. And when we extend our hand to a non-Jew or to ourselves, and we do that mitzvah, that's that blessing, that it is. Because take a Jew, put a Jew in a religious environment, and most likely he'll be a Jew and he'll run away. But a real true Jew, a real true religious, even if you're Christian, you're whatever religion you are, a real true one is the one who is not there and up to 110% in the religious world and is still trying to be there. A real religious person, a person who knows Hashem and knows God for real, makes that effort. And that is what I represent, and I think that's what you represent. And
Maybe
yeah,
I
that's
do
it.
too.
Just go visit Milk Honey Advice.
Well, with that note, we'd like to thank you so much for joining us. And you can check her out on Milk and Honey.
Milk Honey Advice.
Milk
I'll
Honey
show the card.
Advice. Here, let's put it
I saw the
here.
card.
It's a cute card.
Okay, that didn't really work, so we'll put it on the YouTube.
But now you
Okay.
see my business card. Let's see it.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And Shabbat Shalom.
Got it.